raise this up a notch. Boy, that's a beautiful sunset. Hey, Finn, what's up, man? I'm getting ready for Jody tonight. I'm just sitting out here. I ain't even got a rod baited. I'm just sitting out here watching the sunset. Hey, Brian B, my motorboat's broke down, man. How about that sunset, fellas? Can y'all hear me? Yeah, well, I'm fishing against Jody and all that bunch tonight. It doesn't start till 9 o'clock my time, and I try to get set up for dark so I don't have to do it in the dark. I ain't even got them baited. I just got them in the rod holders hanging there ready to bait. Tap a comment, then tap it again to remove the picture at the bottom. Tap a comment and then tap it again. How about that, dude? Even my old dog can turn over and scratch his butt once in a while. Yeah, there we go. That's a beautiful sunset. I wished I had gone public. I've had it on for quite a while. I wished I had it public 20 minutes ago. It looked like somebody had a fire over there. That is a beautiful sunset, though. But that's pretty common for the Mississippi River. You get a lot of beautiful sunsets and sunrises. Brian B, there are schools of shad out here big as a football field. If I don't catch a fish out here tonight, I think I'm gonna throw all this stuff in the river and start back metal detecting. Did y'all watch Mid South and Bullock fish today? How did that turn out? I watched some of it, but I had to start packing. I do too, Finn. Yeah, I struck out. I struck out the last time I was out here, but I'm a little bit. I'm in a little different spot now. A little bit deeper water. I wasn't fishing in but about 8 foot of water, and the river was rising. And I moved on up in the lake some, and I got 10 to 12 foot out here. But I'm up in the lake proper. 22 to 1. Yeah, it was 7 to 1 when I quit watching it. Uh, Miss South was putting it on him pretty good. 22-1. That's almost as bad as Chunky and Has. $24-1. Yeah, I am. I've got. Well, I do have one fresh skipjack, but I'm gonna be using bullheads and brim, bluegill, and I'll have skipjacks on probably one pole to start with. But I'm gonna try to catch a flathead. I don't know if there's any flatheads up in this lake or not. I really don't. Man, but I'm 50 feet from the truck, a gently sloping bank. I got a good hard clay bank to sit on as long as it's dry. So that's kind of the way that goes. Oh yeah, I got the bait covered now. I believe in good bait. Hey, hey, Big Matt, I believe in good bait. I don't come out here with no daggone weenies and chicken and crap. I can get bites on worms, and that's all I've ever gotten on chicken was bites. I can go down to the bait shop and get 2 or 3 boxes of worms and come out here and get bites. I don't know how much power this telephone's got. I hadn't cranked the generator up. I liable to run out of I liable to run out of energy. Man, we had 2 separate big gang shootings in Greenville today. I think it's about 3 dead, 7 or 8 wounded. I had one. It was four, one killed and 3 wounded. And about an hour later, I reckon in retaliation in a different section, well, not real far away, but they had 2 killed and 3 or 4 more wounded. Hey, Lisa Lee, I don't know what this world's coming to. I sure seen a lot of changes in my life. Lisa Lee got a boyfriend that can't fix worth a lick. Lisa Lee, I was just joking now. Don't get mad. No, I don't. The only battery operated thing I got is some flashlights. No, I use all corded stuff, electricity. I never, I never got into the battery packs and all that. Oh, I'll be all right. Just I'm just waiting closer to 9 o'clock when I go up there and crank that generator up, and I'll light this place up. I went and bought me another 2,000 lumen light today, so it's gonna look like a Christmas tree out here. I'll be all right once I crank the generator up. I'm just running off of whatever my battery on my telephone had when I put it in the holder here. If it goes dead, it'll just be dead because it'll charge up pretty quick on that generator. I really, when I got into this stuff, this live streaming and stuff, I had that generator for years. I couldn't see going and buying batteries and all of that when I had all that stuff. And all I had to do was buy some cords. So yeah, now I do have a DeWalt radio, one of those big work site radios that I used to carry to listen to the football games on Saturdays when I was out on the river. Now I got one of those big old radios. It's got plug-ins in it. I ain't thought about that, but that thing weighs almost as much as my generator. And I never take the generator out the back of my truck. I just crank it up and run cords down to wherever I am and follow them back to the truck when I get ready to go home. Hey, Brian B., did you make any headway on your boat motor? Hmm. I ain't thought about that radio. I may have to look into some of that. I got a big old DeWalt radio. I got you. Just for the phone. All right. I don't know. Y'all would laugh at me if you know what I've been sitting here doing for the last hour. I've been sitting here fooling with this telephone, going in and out of YouTube and in and out of StreamYards and trying to mess it up and kill it. And I got all my passwords written down in my shirt pocket so I could get back in. But I don't know what I'm doing on this stuff. Hey, partner, that's my fishing partner. Yeah, I'm just sitting here with 5 poles hanging in the rod holder. I hadn't even got bait on them. Waiting on 8:30, I reckon. Well, 9:30 y'all's time. I'm gonna be in the dark here in a minute. Yeah, Raymond Williams. Raymond, I'm just sitting here waiting on Jody's Pontoon Jody's flathead challenge. I hadn't even got a rod baited. I just went live to see if anybody was around. I hadn't cut my lights on or anything. Appreciate you coming by though and typing in Mississippi. You can spell that Misipy now and save yourself some typing. You can type it the way we say it, Mississippi. Somebody asked Brian B if he did any good with his boat motor today. He won't answer me. He probably got a mouthful of macaroni and cheese and a chicken leg. Big John, Big John. That's right. But see, that's nine. That's 9 o'clock for me, Big John, Big John. Okay, Brian, I see. I see. Yeah, you check that fly wheel good. You whoever you have messed with it, y'all check that fly wheel good for hairline cracks. Cause you sure don't want that thing flying apart on you. That can cause some serious damage to your body. In the early '70s, I had a 1,000-gallon water tank on the farm there, and I was filling up a brand new motor. I put a brand new motor and pump on that thing. The first time I cranked it up to fill the tractor tank up with water, the chemical tank. When I cranked that, it was a Briggs and Stratton engine. When I cranked that thing up, it went from not making a sound to running and getting faster and faster and faster and faster, more RPM. I knocked the little old lever over there against the spark plug to kill it, and it kept getting faster. Well, I turned and ran, and when that thing came apart, when that engine came apart, one of the head bolts hit me in the back of the head, and I was 70 feet, about 70 feet from that motor when that head bolt hit me, and it rolled me like a 8 point getting shot with a 30-06. And thank goodness I had a hat on, a cap on, and it hit on that plastic band, you know, where you adjust your caps in the back. That's where it hit me. And I had four little old dots in the back of my head where it branded me with the, through my hair now, through my hair, it branded me with three or four of those little old dots that was in that plastic band. If it hadn't been for that band, I believe it would have killed me. I'm scared to death of those little engines. They'll run away with you. You got to be careful with them. And ever since then, every time I crank a lawnmower or a chainsaw or a weed eater, it doesn't matter. An outboard motor, if, I don't know what you do with an outboard motor. I guess jump in the river. Yeah, I sent him an email. I sent her an email. Yeah, I wore it all day yesterday. In fact, I had it on this morning in Lee Evans's live stream. Yeah, I appreciate it, Lisa. Tell him yes, I got it. I love it. I love it. I needed it too. That was mighty nice of George Ray to donate that shirt to me. Yeah, at least now I know he got the message. I sent him an email telling him I got it. His email address is I don't catch fish at gmail.com, isn't it? Oh me. Hey, Steve Mosley. Steve, I told everyone else I'm not fishing yet. I'm waiting on 8:30 Central Time to get set up for Pontoon Jody's Flathead Challenge. I hadn't even got a rod baited. I'm just sitting here in the dark talking to you guys, letting it get cold. Yeah, it's nice out here this evening. Getting cooler. I just put on my new to me chunky hoodie that I won the other night. It's gonna come in handy tonight. That gum, it got a little chill in the air. Yeah, about what time is it Central Time? Y'all know? – 7:23. Is that Central? Sunfish? Hey, Sunfish Assassin. Got another hour. 8:33. Yeah, got another hour till 8:30. Hour and a few minutes. Okay. Nothing. Stoker's long cut straight. Yeah, I did. I sent it to it's some kind of MAS or something or other. MAST or something like that. Aaron. Yeah, I love it. And I sent a thank you to Chunky too, and I kept getting a non-delivery or something or other on Chunky's. I don't know what's going on. We got something coming up in the lake here. I don't know what this is. Uh, well, I might have. I wouldn't put it past me now. But I did all that day before yesterday, Aaron. I wonder what this is coming here. Yeah, I wouldn't put it past me to forget to hit send, but I did hit send. I tried to as soon as I got in the house with it. and opened it up and saw it. I went back there and I've got your email address from our old email, and I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what this is coming here. Something coming up in the lake. Yeah, I got it. I appreciate it. I appreciate George Ray for donating. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I should have worn it tonight, but I wore it. I wore it. I put it on after I took a shower, and I wore it this morning. And then when I got ready to come out here tonight, I took it off. I should have worn it out here tonight, but it's gonna be dark. You couldn't see it. Boy, these towboats or something. Y'all getting a good look at that one? Aaron, I'm in a different spot tonight up in the lake. I moved on up a couple of 100 yards, and these towboats are still bad. What's up, Willie? Willie, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Willie? I owe you a quarter. I owe you a quarter. You're supposed to say why. Because my mama raised me that she told me when I was a little kid, if I ever run into anybody uglier than me, to give them a quarter. Ah, just playing. Just messing. All right, well, pass it on. Yeah, yeah, you're not stealing. Just use it. But you better know who you're dealing with before you use it. Best thing to do is just walk up to somebody and give them a quarter, and they're gonna ask you what's that for. What's that for? And then be ready to duck. There you go. I tell you, it's been pretty nice to pass the time. Not much going on, but it sure helped pass the time. Other than besides just sitting here waiting on 8:30. I don't know. It's not but 7 people in here. 6 now. I can't crank that generator up to about 8:15. light this place up. Last Thursday night, I couldn't hear. I couldn't hear a thing anybody was saying. I hope it's better tonight. That wasn't any fun sitting here and couldn't hear anything. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. I still don't know what happened. I don't know why I couldn't hear. Everybody could hear me, but hey, 3B, what's up, dude? Three B, I'm not fishing yet. I'm waiting on Pontoon Jody's catch flathead challenge. I'm just kind of sitting here in the dark right now. I hadn't even got a line baited. I got my poles ready to bait and all, but I hadn't cranked my generator up. I don't have any lights on. I'm just sitting here in the dark, running my mouth. This is kind of like a Lee Evans in the morning live stream with no picture. I'm just sitting and spitting. Yep, appreciate it. Catfish Heroes, I'm gonna need it. Anytime you messing with Pontoon Jody, you need more than luck. You need a rabbit's foot and the whole rabbit. She's tough. She's been poking me a little bit. Steve after dark. There you go. She's been poking me a little bit, thinking I'm gonna fall for one of her challenges, but that's not gonna happen. Yeah, I've got some bullheads. I got plenty of 3 and 4 finger bluegills. I got a fresh skipjack. Yeah, I got some good bait. I may not be in a very good spot, but I got some good bait. I got excellent bait. Problem with the Mississippi River, I can get access to a lot of places. Not a lot of places, but some good places to fish. But I don't have any cell service. And you know, if you're doing these lives, the first thing you got to have is cell service. Yeah, I'm very happy with the bait I got. In fact, I had a friend call me when I was pulled up out here this afternoon. He called me before I ever got out of the truck, and he wanted me to come by his house and pick up a sack of crappie heads. He catches a lot of crappie, and he saved the heads off of them, puts them in bags, about 5 to a bag, and I had forgotten about it. He's been saving them for all this year. I kind of wish I had a sack of them. I wouldn't mind throwing a crappie head out there. These flatheads in the Mississippi love crappie. Yeah, have you ever used them, Heroes? 1 of your favorite baits. Okay. Well, about 2:30 this morning, I may stop by his house and see if he still got them. That wouldn't be good though. Hey, Stephen Carley from Mississippi. Okay. Well, I'll have to give him a whirl. Now I've used a couple live crappie uh, that I caught several years ago. One time I can't remember whether I caught anything on them or not. Yeah, I'm in Lake Ferguson. If you see that light there, Stephen, see that light coming on? Well, I believe this boat coming up in this lake. Yeah, he's coming up in the lake. I'm about 500, about 400 yards from the Mississippi River. I'm up in the lake, but I still get washed from the towboats. Yep, yep. This is one of those little old harbor boats coming through. They'll be running all night. Man, they'll worry me to death. I don't know if y'all can see that light. I don't believe his telephone gonna pick this light up. It's out there in the river, but that's a northbound. He's going by the mouth of the lake out there. I can't see him in my camera. Look, that towboat blinded me. I can't see what I can't see. When I fish the Mississippi River, it's around Grand Gulf. Oh yeah, Nuco. Yeah, I fished down there before, Stephen. A bunch. Hey, Shandy, you not playing music, girl? How about that? Shandy showed up in the catfish chat. Y'all all say hello to Shandy. She's one of my friends, that internet friends that I listen that we listen to some music down in Key West together quite a bit. She lives up in Northwest Arkansas. I guess it's okay to say that. Yeah, y'all can barely see that light out there now. I don't know. I can't tell if he's coming up in the lake or not. Shandy has a great channel too. she took the volcano down. I hate that. I love that volcano. But she has a good playlist of music she plays. I believe that boat's coming up in this lake. No, he's going by out there on the river. Oh, the volcano's not looking too good. I enjoyed it while it was up there. Yeah, Stephen Corley, my avatar, that fish I'm holding in my lap, that was caught just north of Grand Gulf. It was, well, I didn't, not just north, quite a few, about 4 miles north of Grand Gulf. Okay, Sandy. And now at least it's dry as a bone. As long as it doesn't rain, I'm in good shape. As long as it doesn't rain, and it's not supposed to, so I ought to be in good shape. And I'm only this time about 50 feet, 50, 75 feet from the truck. So, but now I'll tell you, this bank is a lot more slope than that when I was on in that rain. That was awful. That was awful. Yep, that's right, Cat. I'm waiting on a lesson, fishing lesson. Lord, which one? Lord, man. Look, I got to tell y'all, I was uh, I was 205 feet from the truck. That's how much cord, extension cord I had out, and it was so slick. And I had a wagon, and I loaded everything in the wagon, and I had to get on my hands and knees and crawl up that bank and pull that wagon and crawl a little more and pull that wagon and crawl a little more and pull that wagon. Well, the last 30 or 40 feet at my truck. It was pure sand. Well, I got on and I got everything up there and got it loaded and got home. It took me to go 205 feet. It took me an hour and 15 minutes. An hour and 15 minutes crawling and pulling, and I had to rest because I couldn't do it all at once. Well, the next afternoon when I was unloading my truck, I put that wagon out on the ground and unfolded it and pulled it over on the grass. I was going to wash the mud off of it. And when I got it on the grass, I turned around to go to the water hydrant, and there was streaks of mud across my driveway. The wheels on the wagon wasn't even rolling. I had dragged that wagon up that hill, completely balled up in mud and sand, on my hands and knees at 2 o'clock in the morning. You talking about miserable. I took a handful of Advil and got back into bed. Didn't even close the tailgate on my truck. Left the fishing poles out there and everything. Yeah, it was a mess. And I've caught hell trying to get my wife to let me come back out here. Yeah, the clay got all in the wagon, all in the wheels, and then when I got in that sand, I guess it must have rolled a little bit, and that sand, it was a mess. It was a total mess. And Stephen, you know what this clay is like on this river. It's tough stuff. It's old gumbo. Yeah, I hit a couple of times, but I was fine from the fall. It just was it just was a stress of trying to stand up. All I couldn't do anything. I was scared to. I couldn't stand up. I had on rubber boots, Uggs or Chugs or lugs or whatever you call them, instead of my good leather boots with good grips on them. That would have been better. Those rubber boots, man, golly, it was just like it was worse than ice. Yeah, it was a mess. And in the dark too. Oh man, I was okay. I mean, everything was fine. It just was miserable. There goes another towboat. Man, the towboats on this river. I watch Epic, and I watch Jerry Parker Pursuits, fishing up there, and they don't have nearly the towboat traffic we have right here. I don't know if any of y'all keeping count, but this is at least six, I reckon, been by here. Yeah, it was kind of funny, I reckon, people watching it. But man, and I was on flat ground too. I was on a shelf. It was flat as a tabletop, and no slope to it or anything. It just if I got my balance just a little bit out of whack. Yeah, that's right. You know what that gumbo will do. We had an old saying when I was farming about that gumbo. If you'll stick with it when it's dry, it'll stick with you when it's wet. Yeah. No, I wasn't going swimming. I don't think I'd have got me a handhold on something down in that mud. Hey, Lisa Lee. People were saying, uh, put brace against that bush. Brace against that bush. Look, that was a stick I stuck it. I broke off a tree and stuck in the ground to tie my bait bucket to. Keep it from being tied to my fishing pole. It was just stuck in the ground. There wasn't no tree. That was a star. Well, I tell you what, here comes another towboat. They just one behind the other. Yeah, the stick I stuck in the ground. They were saying, put your foot up against that tree, that bush. Put your foot up against that bush. Lord, that thing was stuck in the ground 2 inches. That was a terrible night. Hey, what time is it? Somebody, please. 9 o'clock. Lord, I got to get. Wait a minute. Oh, that's 9 o'clock, y'all. That's 8 o'clock. All right. Yeah, y'all done scared me to death. Yeah, you can Catfish Heroes. You can go to the Surprise Partners Lake River Surprise Partners, and you can watch. It's night one. It's the first night. You can see it. Yeah, it's on YouTube. You can see it. It's on there. 8 o'clock Central. Boy, that scared me when y'all said 9 o'clock. It's Surprise Partners River and Lake or something like that. Hey, small town. Getting ready for Jody to put a beat down on me, I reckon. I believe it's on. It may have been on Becca's channel. You'll see it if you scroll through. Becca was the host, and so was Stan too. But I think it was on Becca's channel. Yeah, it's what's the name of it, Stephen? Surprise Partners Bank and River, or River and Bank, or something like that. River and Lake, something like that. Boy, these old boys are coming right up in here tonight. Hey, David, just getting ready for Jody's flathead challenge. I hadn't even got a line baited. I'm just sitting here waiting on 8:30 Central Time, watching the towboats and running my mouth. Shandy, David Smith is another Razorback. Boy, that old boy right here with me. Boy, you light my world up. Yeah, it's on Becca's channel. Okay. Yeah, I imagine it's some South Carolina guys in here now. There's a lot of catfishermen in South Carolina on YouTube. They fish over there on Santa Cooper and the PD River and all around over there. Lisa Lee, are y'all in South Carolina? Yeah, Santa Cooper. Reno, Nevada. Well, where is Aaron? Okay. All right. Well, I that's what I get for assuming North Carolina. I assumed y'all were a little closer together than halfway across the country or three quarters of the way. Yeah, I got you. Hey, Maddie, sitting on the riverbank. Sitting on the riverbank, Maddie. I hadn't even started fishing yet. I'm in a little old fishing tournament. It doesn't start until 9 o'clock. I'm just sitting down here in the dark talking to all these people. Boy, that moon coming up behind me, it's going to be bright, bright. All right, thank you, Maddie. I hope I do too. We're going to see. Maybe you'll bring me some good luck. Yeah, I do, Brian B. Uh, but you know, I run off of a generator, and I got, I don't know, about 5 hours of run time. I think 4.5. I don't like to push it, so I'm not gonna crank it up until about 8:20, and I'll be bright then. Yeah, I got plenty of lights. I just hadn't turned them on yet. You know, when you got a generator, you have to worry about gas and run it out. Of course, I brought some extra gas. I can always go up there and put some more gas in it, but the fewer trips I have to make up that bank, the better off I am. Even though it's not but about 50 feet. Golly, they got 12 people in here. Never had 12 people in here when I was fishing. Hey, polar bear. No, I hadn't even got a hook baited. I'm just sitting here waiting on Pontoon Jody for that flathead challenge. Sitting here in the dark, watching the towboats with blue lights go by. Look, y'all see that next light going out there? That's another towboat. Man, 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 man. I don't know, polar bear. Nobody has so far. I don't, I don't know. All I can say is I got some good bait, plenty of it. There was a 10,000 million shad out here this afternoon when I got here. I don't know if there's any catfish here or not, but if it is, I got a shot at catching a good one. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, yeah, it's dark. But behind me, that moon's coming up behind me. I'm facing due west, I guess. And that moon is bright as everything behind me. Heck, I'm casting a shadow. About what time is it again? 8:16. All right, well, I'm going to walk up here and crank this generator up. Try to get these lights set up. Make sure I got them pointed in the right direction. Oh. All right, now that's what you call lit up. Ought to be able to see all that. Brian B, you still in here? Yep, yep. Okay. How is that, Brian B? Yeah, well, we can see them now. That last pole down there might, but I believe that's good enough. Fins, fins and fowls put me on how to set these rods up so you can see them. I always sat behind them, and he told me to. He liked to be looking down the rods. So ever since he told me that months or two ago, yeah, yeah, I started setting up on the end of the rods instead of behind them. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. All right. It starts at our time, Shandy. Shandy, it starts at 9 o'clock and goes to 1 o'clock our time. 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock Central. It'll be on. It won't be on this channel though. Somebody, it's on. It's on. Becca. Somebody tell her how to watch it. She might want to watch some of it. I don't know what. I can't remember Becca's channel name. It won't be here though, Shannon, because I'm fixing to have to end this live stream and try to get started setting up because it usually takes me longer than it does everybody else to get hooked up to StreamYard or wherever I'm trying to go. Bragging rights. That's all. It doesn't cost anything to enter, and it's just strictly for bragging rights. I think it'll probably be 6 or 7 other people fishing besides myself. Is it on Pontoon Jody's catfishing channel? No. Look, I know better than to mess with Jody. I was born at night. It just wasn't last night. Pontoon Jody is what Brian B said, Shandy. It'll be on her channel. I think it's Pontoon Jody Catfishing. Small town. I don't do much trash talking. I don't fit into that trash talking crew very well. That comes from being an old coach, retired coach, and I wouldn't even let my boys do it. I tried to keep them from it. It's hard to keep kids from running their mouth, but there you go, Shandy. Thank you. She'll appreciate that. Yeah, I try to be like Brian B, and Has and Chunky, and don't talk any trash. Kind of just be humble. Okay, y'all, I'm fixing to kill this thing and see about checking my email to see if I got my link and all that. Appreciate y'all stopping by, and I hope y'all go watch some of the tournament, if not all of it. Uh, Hopefully, everybody will catch some fish. I don't know if we will or not, but we're going to try. Thank y'all. See you later.